Hello, everybody. Katrina here, and welcome to another episode of Ask Me Anything. And today we'll be talking about how to overcome any objections in 4 easy steps. By the way, if you're seeing me for the first time, again, I'm Katrina. I basically, what I do, I'll be showing this. This is the first time I help driven working school age moms earn online so that they can create the life that they truly love. There you have it. I'm kind of um, revamping my tagline. So that's our working tagline for the day. I am based here in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. And I've been here working on my business, helping other moms like me for 4 years now. And today we will be sharing, I will be sharing the answers to these questions, how to overcome any objections in 4 easy steps. By the way, before we continue, let me know where you are tuning in from. If you're tuning in live, comment live and let me know where you are tuning in from. And if you are tuning in on a replay, comment replay. And also let me know where you're tuning in from. So we know how global we are. Today is Thursday, September 21. Hello, Miss Beautiful Stephanie. You're watching live. Hello. Stephanie's here from here, Toronto, Ontario, Canada. And okay, I was supposed to do a go live this morning, like after dropping off my littlest one, but the second one is with fever, so I had to go back soon before my husband leaves. That's why we got a little delayed, but it's all good. Don't you like my little mug here? By the way, stay up until the end because I will also be sharing with you my favorite business gadgets. I know I've been um, getting a lot of questions like what mic do I use, what tripod do I use, what camera do I use. So I'll be filling you in. But a bonus right now is I cannot pull it, but I actually have here a coffee warmer that I got, I think, for over Christmas. It's a lifesaver, especially if you guys are a coffee lover. I don't drink coffee like every single day, but if I do, I want it warm. So it's always nice to have your coffee warmed up. Okay. And hello, Cleophie. Oh, I think you are watching. I didn't know that. I can see that. I think you're watching from watching via YouTube, right? Hello, watching from UK. Nice to have you here. Nice, awesome. So let me see here. Okay, so let's go here. I think this is not only applicable for business owners like us, maybe online, offline, but I think this can also apply in relationships. Somehow, as I was typing the points that I'll be sharing with you today, I think it can also be, and also in your current work when you're dealing, especially with clients, and but I think mainly for this one, I also want to help my fellow business owners who are in the business or having challenges when it comes to their leads, their prospects, their online prospects, or the automated leads, having objections and how to address them. Okay. But first of all, we have to know that objections, I have my little cheat sheet here. Objections are actually, by the way, if you're tuning here and if you're a business owner already in our online community, and you are, whenever you have questions or objections, you feel like, let me see here, type one if you feel like uh, anxious getting objections. Comment one if you're feeling anxious whenever you get any objections from your automated leads or questions. And comment two if you're like, oh, I can handle this. You're feeling confident that, this is just a question that I can address easily. So, yeah, I want to see how you feel about that. Hello, Lilibeth. Hello, hello. Maria. Juan, you're feeling anxious. Lilibeth, you're feeling anxious. I got you both. I got all of you. Don't worry. And also 1.5, Stephanie. I think that's good. You're leaning towards number two. You're kind of, I got this, but still somehow you're feeling, okay. Let me see if I can handle this. First of all, the mindset that we should have whenever we have people or leads commenting on our ads or commenting or asking us about what we do online, or maybe in your careers, in your jobs, in your daily life, like a client maybe is having an objection. You're like, okay, you're all now sweaty and all. So, the thing that we should remember is objections are actually just opportunities to educate your prospects, your online prospects, your automated leads. So, it's just an opportunity to educate. So, we should be coming from that point of view. Okay, basically, they're just questions that need to be answered, although some of them are not like obviously questions, but we should consider them just questions that need to be answered. So I'll be sharing with you 4 steps to overcome any objections that you may face. And this is also for my team. These are for you guys, especially when you're feeling, oh, Coach K, I'm just fairly new in the business and I've started running ads, and then people are commenting, oh, what are you doing online? Is this a scam? Is this legitimate? I don't have time, things like that. And so I got all of you. Are you ready? Are you ready? Step one. Here you go. In overcoming any objections. Step one is you have to listen. Listen, and not just listen like hearing. You have to listen with the intent of understanding the person's situation. Okay, you have, and how do you do that? You simply ask questions. You ask questions to fully understand what they say. For instance, if they say, oh, Katrina, I don't have the time, I'm a busy working mama, because I'm personally targeting in my ads working school age moms like me. That was me before I found the business. And I have a other side hustle. I have a full-time work, and I have 4 kids. I really want to earn online, but I don't know if I can squeeze this in my schedule, right? So you have to ask them the situation and try to understand where they're coming from. Or some objections would be, oh, Katrina, I don't have like, extra finances right now to start any business, things like that. Or Katrina, I'm not tech savvy. How do I do this? Yes, I do have my Facebook and all, my Instagram and all, but I don't know how to run ads on Facebook. I don't know where to click. Or some people, I don't even have a Facebook account. They saw an ad on YouTube instead of Facebook, right? So those are just some of the objections or questions, right? If you try to understand where they're coming from, and some people are like, oh, I don't think I'm ready to take on to the next step or to proceed with this. And then as simple as that. And then so you have to ask questions like, may I know what made you say you're not ready for this, or you're not ready to move forward? And then they will say, oh, because I think I'm not as confident as you. I'm looking at you, you're doing go lives every day. I cannot do that. Right? I don't have the bravery or the confidence. I don't have even the gadgets to do this. It looks so fancy, things like that. So you have to understand where they are coming from, and you only get to know that when you ask questions. Okay, so that's number one. Ask questions, because that's the only time that you can really listen to what they are saying and their situation. And ready, step two, here we go, is you have to relate. In other words, in the words, in other words, you have to show them, the people that you're talking to, your prospects, for example, automated process, the leads that you're talking to, that you are the same. Okay, explain to them that you too had the same thoughts, had the same reservations, fears, questions before you joined the business, right? So now we're doing the felt feel, felt, found. So earlier feel, oh sorry, now listening, and now we do the feel. You Sorry, listen is feeling, also you feel what they're feeling, and then now you're also relating to them. Felt, you tell them, I totally understand where you're coming from, I felt the same way. And you have to be, of course, authentic. You try to tell your story, right? Oh, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. So you relate with them. You tell them, I don't understand. I had the same fears. I had the same anxiety before. I had the same concerns and thoughts. I felt the exact same way. So they feel hurt, right? It's not just, oh, no, don't feel that way. That's not true. Don't negate what they're going through. You have to validate their emotions so they feel heard, right? Imagine you as well. Imagine you're talking to someone, maybe your spouse or your partner, and you're saying, "Oh, I feel like, I feel like I'm feeling frustrated. I'm feeling anxious," and then imagine your partner saying, "Oh, that's nothing. You shouldn't feel that way. You're very like this. You have this. You're very blessed. You shouldn't feel that way." How does that make you feel? That makes you feel in, is there such a thing, validated? You feel not seen, you feel not heard. It's like there, when someone's brushing off your emotions, you feel more frustrated, right? And I think I'm guilty of this, because sometimes when my kids say they're feeling sad, they're feeling, or scared, then sometimes most of us parents, the initial reaction would be, oh, don't be scared, that's nothing, and we should be aware also, because that's kind of invalidating their feelings, their emotions, so we have to acknowledge that. So it's also the same with your leads, with your prospects. So you have to acknowledge what they're feeling, validate, and tell them that, yes, exactly, I'm feeling the same, I felt the same way 4 years ago. That's what I say, for especially for busy career moms, hopping on into the business, saying, "Oh, Katrina, I don't think I can do, because I'm so busy. I don't even have time to sleep enough." Right? So I would tell them, you know what? I felt the exact same way. I thought I wouldn't be able to do this 4 years ago, because I just gave birth to our third son, even though I was on my mat leave. But it's like a crazy season, and crazy chapter in our life, because it's like you don't know where the morning and night ends, because it's just like a continued cycle of breastfeeding, taking care of the little one, and it's like you feel like a zombie. So you relate with them. So that's step number 2. Okay, and then step number 3 is story. So after you have really listened to the person and truly understand what they're saying, you relate with them, meaning you explain that you went through the same exact situation, exact process, not necessarily exact same situation, that you're the same. Then this is now the time that you tell your own story. Okay, in other words, your experience in for example, joining the online business, right? So if I continue my story earlier, so when they say, Katrina, I'm too busy, I have a full-time work, I have kids, little kids who I attend to like 24/7, right? I don't think I can do this. And then I would say, totally, I understand where you're coming from. I felt the same way. 4 years ago, I was also on my mat leave. But then what I realized is, so feel, felt, found, also, that this business is very flexible, and that means it's also best for busy parents like us, busy moms like us, because you don't need like to sit like 8 hours a day on your laptop. You can at least, invest like just an hour or two of your day. That doesn't mean also like sitting down the whole hour or 2 hours. It just means you can do it corners of your day, pockets of your time. 15 minutes now checking your phone, monitoring your business. 30 minutes later, then maybe when you do your ads at home, like after your work, then 30 minutes again, and then before the kids after the kids are tucked in bed, and another 30 minutes, then you've completed the 2 hours of your day on investing time in your business, right? So that's what I discovered, because really we are our own boss here. Yes, you call the shots, but that can be a double-edged sword, meaning yes, you can decide to not work today because technically you are your own boss, right? But that means also, if you do that and consistently you don't like put in the hours and the work, of course it's not going to grow the way you wanted it to be, right? And before, I would hear this quote, they would say, consider this as you're your own boss here. You can do anything you want, right? Something like that. But then I heard this quote just recently, and this um, person, like huge in the online business as well, and he would say, consider, do your work here, show up. I'm trying to word it properly. Um, Consider this as your job, like this online business, until it pays you like a business. That means you show up like it's your job, like it's your full time job. Why? Because in a full time job, you don't, you avoid being late. You show up every day, regardless if you don't feel like working or not, right? So if you have that mindset that showing up to your business like it's your job, like right now, like I get prepared because this is my job. It's my business, but I prepare myself not just mentally, emotionally, but also physically, because I want to feel good. If we are feeling good, then we show up feeling better for our audience, right? So you would relate your story, like how you went through what you experienced, right? Some objections would be, oh, Katrina, I'm not tech savvy. uh, I don't know if I can do this. And I would say, you know what? I totally understand where you're coming from. I felt the same way. I do have my Facebook account for 10 years or so, but that's about it. I would just post maybe once, twice a month just to get connected to my family, just to, brag about the latest nice photo that I have of my family, something like that. So I didn't have any experience as well. No tech, no social media marketing, no business experience. But what I found out is that there's training provided that we can access the training site 24/7, and we have a community of mentors, coaches, and the whole community that we can depend on, just in case we are at loss for answers, or we need assistance. So you relate your story. What other objections that we have? Time, tech savvy. Oh, this one. This is huge. Katrina, I'm a very private person. You know, I don't know if I can do what you're doing. You're posting, you're doing go lives. Well, you have nice photos. I don't know if I can do that. I'm shy. I'm introverted. I don't know. I don't think I can do that. I'm shy to post photos of me, or even talk on camera, or even just do a selfie. I don't know. So, and I would say, of course, I totally understand where you're coming from. I felt the exact same way. And yes, to be honest, I felt the exact same way. I was like, I would just post like one, twice a month. And now I would post like at least once a day, 1 to 3 times a day, ideally. What do I post? Right? And then I would say, I felt the exact same way. There was a time actually that here, if you notice, I'm already telling a story, and I would actually tell this. There was a time I did not advertise in Vancouver specifically. Why? Because maybe my relatives will be here. Because I have relatives there. And I was very anxious. Maybe part of me is shy, what more anxious, like thinking, what would they think about? me? What would they think that I have multiple degrees? I took up broadcast communication, I took up nursing, and then I had a career in life insurance. And then what am I doing online? Those stories like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? What will they talk think about me? So yes, I did not advertise for some time. Like you can actually exclude that from your location advertising or from where you're advertising. But then I realized, what? Who am I for them to think about that? Like, maybe, not just my relatives, but people are very focused in their own lives, whatever is going on in their own lives. Who am I? Like, I'm not a celebrity for them to think about me, right? Their own, yeah, they have their own roles. So who am I? And, even if they think about me, I cannot control that. People are always entitled, you know, they're entitled on their own, for their own what they are entitled um, uh, with their own opinions. Did I use the correct preposition? I'm getting confused. They're entitled to that, and I cannot control that. But what I can control is my own emotions, uh, my own thinking, my own perspective. And unfortunately, opinions do not pay the bills. That's what I realized. So I started really embracing the the opportunity, and maybe because also a huge part of me, because my husband used to be a bit well, he is skeptical back then, and I give credit to him because if you're skeptical, that's fine, because that's actually a smart way to look at things, because he actually grounds me. Like I'm always the one, like emotions like high high. He's like, okay, you have to think things through. So he's kind of that, so we balance each other out. And yeah, so I relate that story, and then what I found out is that you know whatever people are thinking, I cannot control that, right? If I let myself get affected, I won't be able to do the business. I won't be here right now, right? And I think that's really one of the most common objections, one of the most common questions that I get to address. I get to experience like almost on a daily basis, even if like existing business owners already like, my Katrina, my life is boring. I'm just here at home, just taking care of my kids. I don't know what I can share. like, and I would say, you know what? I totally understand where you're coming from. Imagine I was on my mat leave 1 year. I'm just here staying home, breastfeeding myself and taking care of my older boys. I just, cleaning the house. Like, what's so interesting about that? That's what I thought as well, right? But then I would say, you know what? The fact, what I discovered is somebody made me realize thing. You are interesting enough for other people, to maybe there's a hack for you. If you're a mom, you have a hack on how to, uh, you know, um, breastfeed your little one, or how to dress him up, or how to give him a bath, how to do a power nap yourself instead of doing household chores while the baby is sleeping, things like that. How do you make your coffee in the morning? Like this one, I have from my Nespresso machine, and then I put almond milk, and I have a square of sugar alternate. That's how I like my coffee. Maybe some of you does it differently. I saw a friend, what he did, he froze like coffee cubes, and then he put milk, so it's like an iced coffee. I saw that yesterday. I was like, this is interesting. I actually did that. So I froze some coffee cubes. So things like that, and that's already a content. Right? And of course, you discover more ideas as you go forward, because there's also training tips and tricks, tips and strategies from us, from your mentors and coaches, right? So there's so many others. I won't be finished here, but those are, I think, the top four usually objections: the time, the tech savvy, I'm not the finances, things like that, and also um, the I'm shy. I'm introvert. This is actually best for introverts because there's a system to follow already, and I have somebody, a lot of people in my team who are shy, introverts. They consider themselves introverts. I think. Do I consider myself an introvert? Yeah. I yes. I think there's also um, what's the term? Like you adapt. Social, not social extrovert, but if the situation calls for it, that I become an extrovert, something like that. And I have a lot of people in my business partners who are also shy, not used to this, but now they're earning like multiple figures every month because they have embraced this business. They've embraced that what's possible for them, right? And it's really a mindset thing. Okay. And oh my gosh. And last, before we go on to the last one, let me see here a lot of comments. Oh, hello, Carlo. Hello, hello. Hi, Ditas. Nice to see you here. Hello, hello. And Mel, good morning, coach, watching from Baltimore. Good morning, Rebecca. Hello, hello, Cynthia. Thank you. With my green, what's this, darkest earrings. Um, oh, hi, Rebecca. Very good. Very good job. There you go. Every day go live. Billy, good morning. Good morning. Lilibeth, thank you, Coach K. Awesome. And we have here also Jackie. Hello, hello. Malikiba. Hello, hello. Awesome. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. And to finish this off, last but definitely not the least, how to overcome any objections in 4 easy steps is this one. If I would you. This is, of course, now, last but not the least, you're going to ask your prospective leads, automated leads, if I would you question. For instance, if they say, oh, I don't have the time to do this business, and then you can ask, if I could show you that time really wasn't an issue, would you be willing to take the next step? Of course, it would vary. If they say, oh, I don't have the money to start any business, then you tell them, of course, as long as given that you have finished steps 1, 2, and 3. Okay, yeah, you listen, you relate, and then you tell a story, and then you say, if I don't you say, if I could show you that money really wasn't an issue, would you be willing to take the next step? And if they ask, oh, Katrina, I'm not really tech savvy, then you listen to them, you relate, you share your story, and then you ask, if I could show you that being tech savvy wasn't really an issue, would you be willing to take the next step? Of course, your questions will will vary depending on the objection or the question, right? There you have it. So if I would you, you're asking them. And if they say, okay, sure, and then you move on to the next steps, right? Whatever you want to give them, ask them to watch the free webinar or move on to the next steps. Okay. And of course, when it comes to all 4 steps, like the listen, step 1, listening, step 2 is relating, step 3 is telling a story, and of course, step 4, asking the question, if I would you. Remember, when it comes to all 4 steps, practice makes perfect. Once you start practicing and applying it, you will begin to understand better each step, and you'll become more confident. Mind you, I did not like I I did not start like this, like confident before. I would also be anxious, but since also the more I address questions, the more I became confident in addressing. And also, my mindset has shifted into, they're just questioning, they're just asking, they're also exploring. And that's also me. Like 4 years ago, I'm just asking questions, I'm just exploring. So if we address those questions and make them understand fully the situation, the venture that they're stepping into, then they will be more open to it, understanding it as well. Okay, remember, here you go. An objection is a gift. It's a bridge and not an obstacle. It's just questions that need to be addressed and answered. Okay, I hope that helps. If that helps, let me know in the comment comment um, what do you comment? Comment educate. Comment educate if that helps for you guys. Okay. And for those of you who are still tuning in, oh my gosh, 30 minutes. I talk a lot. I give you some bonus here. So some of you I mentioned earlier have been asking what are my favorite, what mic do I use, gadgets do I use. So I'll be mentioning, showing to you guys. Maybe I should create a reel also here so it's faster. The favorite business gadgets that I use. First off, is of course my phone. I'm an Apple person, and because yeah, I've been used to it. So I think this is iPhone 14 Pro Max. Camera quality is really nice, and it has a features. I think some features I haven't even explored, and storage is key. So of course, my iPhone is one of my favorite, and of course, I also have my AirPods when I listen to podcasts, to audibles, and sometimes when I go live also outside. This is good if I don't have my external mic. So there you go. I AirPods, and when it comes to my is it here? My let me see here. My microphone. Oh, sorry, I wasn't able to bring it out. But I do have this. This is the microphone that I use, external microphone, Rode microphone. If you guys want, I can leave a link, Amazon link. I'm not affiliated. I don't earn from it. But if you guys want, this is on the pricier end. I think about $200, $300, but you don't need to invest immediately, especially if you're pretty brand new in the business. You don't need to. I just did a lot of research. I read a lot of reviews. This by far has the most amazing reviews, 5-star reviews that I've had, without me knowing that after I bought this, I saw vloggers, I saw even reporters, like TV reporters, use this. And I was like, okay, that makes sense. It's actually a pair. One you connect to your phone, and one you pin to your shirt or you hold it. So that's how it works. Or I think connect. I'm not sure how it connects to a laptop. I haven't explored, but I'm just using it on my phone. There's just a connector that's needed, and it also describes on the Amazon link. So wireless go, and it comes with a, I think like the furry thing that, so when it's windy, it kind of filters the noise. I haven't used it that much, but I think it's fairly good even if you don't use it. So this one, even if I'm indoors and I'm filming my ads, I use this. So this one, wireless go, and then the next one is my favorite right now. By the way, yes, you don't need to if you're fairly brand new. I didn't invest in these gadgets maybe up until early last year. I didn't have any external microphone when I was starting. But I do suggest with my business partners, especially if you're filming outside, use an external mic. There are like more affordable versions, like $20 or less. Also on Amazon, like the wired ones, that will do as well. Okay, and I'm just reinvesting back into the business. That's why I have this. And the next one is a selfie stick. There you have it. I think this is the by far my favorite selfie stick. I think this is my third or fourth style. I've had one more compact, smaller than this, but it's kind of wobbly. I've had a selfie stick like since like 4 years ago, and I think there are so many affordable versions too, like $20, $15. I think this is on the, I forgot. Rebecca, I know you're here. Do you remember? I know you just bought the same style. I forgot how much this is. Like, I don't know if it's $50, $60. But this is, Yeah, so this is, it opens up like this. It's a try. The other one that I got like four stands. This is pretty stable, and what I like about it is the battery. Oh, I need to. It has a remote, right? I've used it like for 2 months straight. It just got low bat recently. I need to charge it, and this one goes super long. It feels like an aerial shot already. See that? That's how long it is. There you go. I don't know how, maybe 4 feet. And then it's very compact still, like this. This is my arm. So that's how long it is. This very important, especially when you are going out and you want to take photos and you're just by yourself. You can just prop it and then, pose, and then you have a selfie, which just doesn't look like a selfie. And also, if you have group photos and everyone wants to be in the picture, and then you can just snap. Okay, that's a tripod. Let me see here. In the comments. Oh, 37. Oh, not too bad. I thought it's like 50, $60. So it's 37 Canadian. Thanks, Rebecca. There you have it. I also can share the link if you guys are interested. Let me know. And then the next one is the camera that I'm using. Of course, I cannot show it because I'm actually using it right now. If you notice, it's very clear. It's high definition. But I think it also depends where you are tuning in from. Sometimes when you're on your phone and when you're on a low data mode, it will still look pixelated. But if you're on HD mode, you can see me crisp and clear. And this is actually by accident because my other one got broken for some reason. I think I put it in a wrong slot of a charger, and then it didn't work anymore. This is what I'm using right now. Logitech Brio. Looks like this somehow, but it's black. It HD up to 1020 pixels, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Logitech. There you go. Brio 4K Pro Web for Mac, laptop, MacBook, tablet, and it's really nice. And it has an app that you also download, and you can zoom in, you can zoom out. This is the perspective that I want, and you can also put some filters, which I don't really use often. Some just some nice to haves, but this is actually I like it because it's very clear. For some reason, my Mac camera, I don't like the quality, so I have to resort to this. I use it often on Zooms and also on Go Live, so I think it's a pretty good investment. Again, if you're fairly new in the business, you don't need to invest in this. These are just some nice to haves, but of course, some of you are curious what I use, so that's that. Oh, and one more thing, I'm facing our large window here, that's why you can see me clearly, but I also use an extra light. I used to have this light. I just removed it because I'm not using it often. I have this Jellycomb LED. It's like this, and it comes with a stand. This one, it's rechargeable, and you can use it without like wireless. See, it's super bright. Look at that. I don't know why it turned off. Maybe it's low battery. And you can actually adjust. Oh, it's low battery. And then there's also a tripod like that. So you can use it, and it's very portable. It can be super bright like that, but I think it's low bat. Um, it can be super strong. But I found out this one I'm going to show you. So you see this? Now I just have the bare light, and the difference is if I put it, see, it kind of softened because it's a yellow light. I always love yellow light. It's this one. It's a Zoomy. I'll remove it. It looks like this. Zoomy conference light. It actually is very portable. It's collapsible, and then you can actually press it, so you can just travel with it, and you can also remove this one, like the clip, and also the charger. It doesn't turn on when it has to have a wire. It's wired actually, and then it has three modes, so you can do this. If you want it softer, you have to make it like this. If you want it stronger, you have to make it compact like that. So it has three modes: one, two, three. That's the brightest, and that's what I clip here on my laptop so you can see the difference. Maybe it's very subtle, but I can see it. Without it, it's just like plain white. It's still good, but for a little drama effect, there you have it. So there you have it. So those are my fave gadgets that I use. And of course, I have my Kindle too. Not really business related, but it makes me focus more on my reading, and I also have it on my laptop. And recently, I got this purchase. Interesting. What do you call this? Like a timer, and it actually a visual timer. There you have it. Like this morning, I just put on the. I bought it like weeks ago, but I just started using it today. I put the battery. So for those of you working in school, maybe for your kids too, it's a visual timer. So you put it there 15 minutes, and then it will alarm like this. There you go, pretty loud. So if you want to focus, like block timing, if you want, like for example, I want to send all the forms in 15 minutes, and I'll just put that one. I think it's a so helpful guy. So there you have it. Thank you so much. I also have that app on my phone. It's called Timer. Uh, so if you don't like the physical one, it looks like this. See that timer, the one with the red one. It's exactly the same. So there you have it. I hope I gave you value today. 41 minutes of value. Let me see here. Let me see. Let me see. After live, check messenger, please. Okay. Oh, I'll check that, Rebecca. Thank you, Stephanie, for tuning in. Uh, Harpreet, thank you. Educate. Marilu, that's okay. You can catch the first portion on the replay. Hello, hello from Ireland. Thank you, Carlo. Got them, but I don't know how to make it work. Which one? Marilu. Yeah, so the tripod is 37 Canadian, and then uh, let me see here. Oh, the tripod on sale. Original is 45. Now it's 36. Okay, that's why I kind of remember it's like about 45, 40, like 50, 60. Thanks, Rebecca. Bagay sa partner ko. Hindi siya na nag-oversleep so right? Yeah, that's why it's so loud. There you have it. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. See you again on another episode of Ask Me Anything. I'll be sending out forms, and I have some mommy work to do as well for my kids' school. And there you have it. So thank you, and talk to you soon again. All right. Have a blessed day. Bye for now.